Hey guys, Tough Thumbs here. So I made a video last night, didn't post it, didn't really like it too much. It's kind of crappy. But one of the worst parts about it was my ability to focus, and that's still going to be a problem. I don't have a lot of time to sit there and practice with photography and all this crap, so I'm kind of getting the hang of it, but you know, just bear with me until I get used to it. But you'll definitely, the knife porn looks a hell of a lot better, so that is a plus. So I got a few knives, a couple days worth here. Or not a couple days, like a day and a half's worth. Where are they all? They're all here. Oh yeah, I didn't show this one yet. This one's going out tomorrow morning. You guys saw this one before. This is for Killer Elite. And I did the sheath on it. You guys saw the knife already. Did the sheath on it, and it turned out pretty cool. Put like a custom paint job on it. So you got the Tough Knives logo there. It's a Coyote Tan Kydex. Then there's some tan and green spray on there. Really good coating with my logo kind of stenciled on. Other side, same thing, reverse though, but you'll more see this one, this side than the other. So sheath's good. I'm not the best sheath maker in the world. I spent a lot of time on this one to make sure it didn't scratch or anything. So it does not. It's just a Renaissance wax on there, just so it's nice and protected. Tough Knives logo. And the other side too, which I'm probably going to have to redo that one before I go, so it's messed up. But clicks in nicely, good retention, you know, doesn't move at all. So worked a lot on that one. Wow, camera, how about it? There we go. So Killer Elite's getting that. It's all that, and then one other knife for him later on. I also did a splitter coat balance, which unfortunately needs some more work. I don't know what's wrong with the construction of this thing, but it's just, I don't know. So on this one I used the Kieranite, which looks gorgeous. I mean, every time I use this stuff it just looks better and better. And this one I took some of the jeweling off of the blade, just kind of gave it a little bit of a mirror polish to it. And I kept it on here. So I still got some of his own Pimp work on there. You see the Kieranite, or whatever the hell it is. Looks really nice. Actually looked better before I start touching with my ugly hands. But yeah, unfortunately, for some reason, I've never seen this happen before. You can see it kind of comes outward like this, a V shape. And the standoffs don't, if you can see closely, see the little bit of discolored, that little metal there. It's not thick enough to be a spacer on this knife, but they are from this knife. So it's got this weird thing going on I've never seen before. And of course it's not centered, and this part kind of grabs on right there. So I got to do some work to this one before I send it out. Unfortunately, I don't know what the heck's going on. I mean, this material may be a little too flimsy, so I'm going to put some G10 under there, just a real thin line of orange. I think it'll just, it'll make the orange pop more, and it'll look nice, and it'll fix the problem, I believe. I wish this side was the front. This actually looks better than the other side. But this piece is like real thick, so you never know what you're going to get down there. But it looks really nice. I like this material a lot. It's not the greatest thing in the world, like as far as strength goes, but looks, it's just gorgeous. I've never seen something that polishes up so nicely, so fast. That's beautiful. So if you're looking for something like it's really shiny, looks really good, like you're real good at polishing, just get one of these and this material, and it just polishes to like a glass mirror finish with like zero effort. So next up, I don't know what this thing is, to tell you the truth. I have two of them here. This is one of two. The other one's still waiting for payment on. You guys know who you are once you see this. So this is a Hawk, I don't know, Hawk or something. I'm not like in love with the blade. It's different. It's got an interesting concept going on. So this one has this giant, crazy blade here. And you see the logo there. It says Hawk, I don't know. This one's partially serrated. Some weird kind of Tonto thing going on here with not a recurve, but like a re-angle. So let's call it that. See, this one knob is supposed to bring whatever's in front of the camera into focus and the background out of focus, but it doesn't seem to do anything at all. Whatever. Oh, there we go. So as you can see, replaced the black G10 with one of my favorite layered G10s is black and blue. The design of the original scales looked terrible right here. It was like a weird cut in, cut up, and then like a weird cut down, and it just looked really awful. So I changed it up a bit, more organic shape to it. Did the jumbo Anzo pattern on here. Looks very nice. I do like the jumbo Anzo. This side's a full scale. Heavily blasted, give it some better texture. And some of you might notice, because I never saw this thing before, right here it's got these, I just tightened them all the way because I absolutely hate them. They're kind of stupid. It's an interesting idea, but I mean, for a folder it's just kind of ridiculous, but it does serve a purpose, so I'll give it that. Basically a fold out hilt there, which is kind of interesting, I guess. You get some good protection. I mean, it's not stupid. I mean, I can't talk down on it. It's definitely interesting, and does serve a purpose. So I'll give it that. You're definitely not riding up on the blade there. So interesting. But this knife is very solid. I'm not sure. It says made in China, so I'm not thinking it's the best quality knife in the world. I don't know anything about it, and there's no pocket clip either, so that's not really something I like. But it locks up good and it's pretty smooth, so whatever. It's my short review on a knife I know nothing about, but it's definitely more comfortable now with the better grip on it. So next up, this is a Jason Browse custom. He sent me this one. I think I'm going to put some pattern work into this one too, but for right now, I just think the handle's like so big on this compared to the blade that pattern needs to be there to break it up a bit. So this one I did smooth carbon fiber. And I can see that keratinite inside the handle there, kind of like I did with the fly's eye on the birch, and it's like really high polished. There's a little window with like kind of like cool looking strings in it of the yellow or the orange, and there's a pearly color to it. Nice carbon fiber, just nice and clean on this guy. I may put some like random patterns down here around the choil area, just coming up halfway, because this area is just kind of a dead area, so I want to add something to it. Maybe put another hole there with another bit of that right there. Might be pretty cool looking, so we'll see. Definitely cool. I like it. Nice little knife. So I'm not sure what he's selling these for. So that guy. And then this one is classic, kind of a classic. I showed it on Instagram the other day. It's a cold steel Spartan. I'd done this like a long time ago, like 2 shops ago actually, like when I was first starting out, when I finally got some decent equipment, like half decent equipment. I did this same thing, and it's been like kind of popular ever since. I don't know if it's just because I haven't updated my website. But I love this knife, the cold steel Spartan. It's just a good solid knife all around. As you can see, the blade has been two-tone acid washed and then polished the flats, kind of like a hand rub finish. Tough Knives logo on there, both sides. And then you got the orange and black G10, which it looks awesome on here. I mean, I'm not a big fan of orange and black, but with the better equipment and the grinder, I can do the nice choils and beveling around it, which will give it a more like machined look and more even. Doesn't look as blobby and weird as it did before when I used to do it. So I really like this one a lot. It just looks good, nice and even all around the bevels, because that definitely adds a lot to it. The come on, one of these does something. We lost focus. It's like me in school. Just losing focus constantly. What is happening here? Sorry guys, again. I just don't understand how I'm like standing here and suddenly it just loses focus and then you can't get it back at all. Like, it's so focused on the stuff in the background, it like won't focus on anything in the foreground here. So that doesn't do anything that way, and doesn't do anything that way. So what is the point of this? Oh my god, this is getting on my nerves. I can't see how these things will... I'm sorry guys again, and this is stupid. Just focus. Oh, now it does it. I guess it has to have nothing in the background. Okay, so also brought the spine down. That's what I do with these. I bring them to the liners, because usually they're nested. So they cost a little extra to do. It was a little bit more work, but I left the spine on this one, on the lock mechanism here, up, and then I just basically geared the pattern on there and beveled it nicely so it's comfortable, and sandblasted it, polished the tips of these, and it looks freaking awesome. Looks really badass with that two-tone blade. Just awesome. Love it. And also, as with every single Spartan I've done, maybe Cold Steel should take note of this. Every Spartan I've ever done, I've always had a request to cut this down right here. So nobody seems to like that, twisting up too much. So I brought it down a little bit, nice and comfy. Overall good look to it. Just looks kick-ass. I'd like to do one of these in a non-funky color. I've done some really weird ones on this, like toxic green and pink and orange and black, and it's always something crazy. I'd like to see one of these with something cool on it. This is cool though. I do like this. It does look nice. I mean, it is clean color. It's classic. Anyway, so moving on. Finally, this one is for a fellow YouTuber. She actually won the contest, second place in the contest that I had a while back. Now, I thought that this knife was broken, so I was trying to fix it over time. And had I looked at the picture, I would have realized that I put the thumb stud on backwards, so the tolerances were all sorts of off and it didn't lock anymore. So once that was done, it was quick and easy. I had the titanium scale finished, and she had originally told me she wanted a day-night theme, and then changed to like Fallout, then changed to something else, and then it just went to whatever. But always kind of like the idea of having a day-night theme, and so I changed the aluminum scale to titanium, and did this on it here. If you'll focus, please. The camera has ADD, it just wants to look at everything in the background. So you got the titanium scale on this Jekyll, blue anodized with kind of like stars. It's just kind of a overspray look to it, but it kind of looks like a universe or something. And around the pivot here, I got a little bit of the last of my Timascus, which looks really nice in person. This little pivot was a lot of work doing that, getting that perfect little circle, that small and everything. So it looks really cool. Kind of looks like a weird planet or something. And then like kind of like a moon here. I don't know. It's like a nighttime look to it. Very space looking. I love it. I really like the way it turned out a lot. And on this side, you got the daytime. You got bronze anodized, nice and clean bronze with a. Oh yeah, both sides are orange peeled heavily, so there's some texture there. Same with this side. And I somehow kept the Made in USA on there, even though I was grinding on it. And then around the pivot here, you got this interesting little sun piece down here, and it's not sharp at all. It doesn't grab your fingers or get in the way at all. I saw this thing at the hardware store. Grabbed a bunch of them for kind of like the Fallout steampunk thing, because they look like gears, and you know, without anything done to it, it kind of looks like a sun. So I was thinking about flattening them. This one actually looks kind of like a sun though. So you got the daytime side here, and you know, bronze the thumb stud. 2 screws back here, left this factory here. Not the best flipper in the world. This knife, I've never really had a smooth one really. I don't know, they're just very tight. Maybe they break in over some time, but yeah, as you can see, lockup's good. It's solid, no blade play. Either way, it's like a bank vault now. So if you have one of these and you take it apart, make sure you got the pivots or the thumb stud on the right side. Otherwise, you'll be a complete idiot like me, and you know, basically take forever and think that something's broken. So I'll put a link to her channel down below, guys. I forget her channel name. tell you the truth, off the top of my head. It's 149 or I forget. I can't remember. Her name's Jenna. She's good. She's a fan and definitely been following me for a while. And she bought a lot of things off me. Some of the one-off things. I appreciate that. And I want to do something special here. So, yep. Looks good, I think. What else do I got? Crusader Forge. EDCing today. The convex edge on it, so it actually cuts something now. It's nice, pretty badass. And the taods, guys, the taods. So, the taods are on their way to Blade HQ 2 days ago. They should have been here today. But in the typical USPS fashion, it's not there. So, it says it's supposed to be there and it's not, which is awesome. So, paying the extra like $60 for shipping to make sure it's safe doesn't matter to USPS because they just cannot just do the one thing that they're supposed to do. And I don't care if some of you guys like are, work for the post office and don't like that I'm saying this, but holy shit, talk about really terrible customer service. I mean, you're pretty much left in the dark. I mean, I don't have a FedEx or UPS store around me anywhere. Basically, I take like a couple hours out of my day to go there and back. So, but I have a post office, USPS, like not even 30 seconds from me to the left and 36 seconds from me to the right. So I just go there and I trust them there, but when it gets to the sorting facility, I don't know what the hell goes on, guys. But if they got it today, which they didn't last time I called them, which was probably after USPS delivery hours, it'll be up there tomorrow if they got it today. If not, they get it tomorrow. They may be up tomorrow, maybe up Monday. But that's all I can tell you guys. I put a little gallery of some of the knives or some of the taods on USN last night in the customs arena. So check those out and bump the thread or whatever. Just get some more people seeing it. Just write a comment in there and it'll bump it up to the front, just so it gets some more exposure, so some people can check them out. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Peace.